Welcome back everyone, I am Dr. Nishtha Jain and today we'll be studying about how to freeze panes or unfreeze them. Okay, in the sense how to freeze some rows or columns. Alright, but before that I want to tell you one very interesting shortcut here. Okay, when you press Alt from your keyboard, suppose for example you want to go under the View tab. Okay, since we used, you want to use the freeze panes option. What you will do, you will press Alt from your keyboard. Now, these things which have appeared here, these small icons or small alphabets which are, are appearing here, what are they? They are the shortcuts to work on that particular tab. So for the View tab, if you see, it's a W. So now if I press a W, what will happen? Even the further options will show up. So after pressing W, what do? If I want to go to freeze panes, I'll press F. I know, of course, it's a very long way or a longer method, but you should just know that even these things are possible in Excel. Okay, so now I get these three options: freeze panes, freeze top row, freeze first column. So see, usually what happens is we usually try to freeze the topmost row or the first column. So there are two simple options present already there in the tab, right? Under the tab actually. So suppose I want to freeze the first row itself, nothing. The first row is what? This row number 1. Okay, so I just want to freeze this first row. Let's see how it works. I'll go to this freeze panes under the View tab and I will click on this freeze top row, means freeze the topmost row. When I select this and I try to scroll down, can you see the difference? See, this row is there as it is. Okay, there is no change, there is no scrolling, nothing is possible in this row. As I scroll down, everything is visible along with the first row, because of course, see, suppose I'm going down, it's a long table, okay, and I don't know, like, what's the heading. I forget. See, it happens, right? It's human nature. So we tend to forget things, isn't it? So we don't know. Maybe, for example, I don't know what is this book's written for. What is this under? Which category is this, falling under? So for that, this helps. This freezing the panes helps. All right. Now, when I want to freeze the first column, I will first need to unfreeze the top row. Okay, yeah, I know that's a limitation you can say, but anyway, still it works really well. Okay. Now, another option, let's try freeze first column, month column. Okay. So, I have frozen the first column. Now, let's see when I scroll like this, see, the month column is as it is. Okay, it's not changing. The other columns are changing. So again, it helps us to be, aware of what we are looking at actually. Right? Yes or no? Okay. Now, one more thing is, suppose I don't want the first row or the first column only. I want to freeze maybe these 5 rows or these 6 rows. Then what? You can't see any option here, isn't it? There is no option present like that. So what do? I'll again first unfreeze it. Okay. Now, I just said I want to freeze these 5 rows, for example. Okay, I don't want them to move here or there or scroll here or there when I'm scrolling through the sheet. Okay, so how do I freeze them? So now pay attention here, please. If I want to freeze row number 1 to row number 5, what I'll do, I will click on row number 6, the one below the selected rows. Okay, so I will click on row number 6 because I want to freeze 1 to 5. I'll click on this row. I'll go to the freeze panes option and I will select the first option, right? That says freeze panes. Although it's written here, keep rows and columns visible while the rest of the worksheet scrolls. Now, which panes am I freezing? I am freezing pane 1 to 5 or the complete 1 to 5 row. Okay, so I'll click on this. All right, freeze panes. Now what? Now when I'll try to scroll, see, 1 to 5 is as it is. There is no change in these rows, right? Similarly, it works for what? For the columns also. Okay. So, let us try doing this for the columns. So, let us first unfreeze. See, even if I am trying to, freeze columns now after freezing the rows, even if I go there, what will happen? It will first show me the option to unfreeze the panes. So, every time I freeze something else, I have to unfreeze the previous one, right? So, first I'll unfreeze the panes. So, now they are unfrozen, right? Now, I want to maybe, you know, freeze column B, or actually I want to freeze column A and B. So I will go to column C. See, you will always keep this in your mind. Whichever row or whichever columns you are trying to select to freeze, just go one column or row after the concerned columns or rows. I repeat, whichever column or rows you are trying to select to freeze them, just select one column after that particular number of rows or columns. So just like we did here, we selected row number 6 because we wanted to freeze 1 to 5. Similarly, if I want to freeze A and B columns, what will I do? I will select column number C. Column named C. Right? Don't ever say column number. You will always say column C or column named C. I'll go to the freeze panes option and I will freeze panes. Now let's see the difference. See, both these columns have been frozen now, right? So guys, I hope this is clear to you now. See, one more longer way here is what, of course, you can actually do what? You can press Alt, okay? Then you can press W, then you can again press F, then you will go to freeze panes. Okay, so these are the two ways in which you can actually select rows or columns to freeze or unfreeze them. Yes guys, I hope this is clear. I know this is a shorter video, but this was just to make you very clear on freezing and unfreezing panes. Okay, so that it's very, very clear to you, and so that you don't get confused between inserting, deleting, hiding, unhiding, freezing. See, there are so many options, aren't they? And it's beautiful. Yes? Alright. So now I'll meet you in the next lecture. So till then, please keep studying, keep smiling, and take care. Bye.